Okay, let's settle it once and for all. Who's the best young talent in football right now? I'm talking about players under 23 who are already outshining veterans and already making waves in the game. But be ready to argue because there are some names in here that are bound to spark some debate. Spoiler alert, your favourite youngster might not even make the list. Starting at number 1 is Jude Bellingham. I mean, no one can argue that Bellingham is one of the best young players in world football right now. Well, except if you're a die-hard Barca fan, right? But honestly, this guy is killing it. He's been a game changer for Real Madrid this season, scoring 10 goals in just 13 La Liga matches. And it's not just about the goals, it's the way he controls the midfield. When he's on the ball, it's like he's got eyes at the back of his head. He's making those plays and passes that leave defenders scratching their heads. And guess what? He's only 21. He was already a superstar at Dortmund, but now at Real Madrid, he's hitting new levels. Even in big games like against Barcelona and Sevilla, he's not only blending in, he's the standout performer. What's cool about him is his maturity on the field. You'd think he's been playing top-level football for a decade with the way he leads. That's why he's already a fan favourite at the Bernabeu. If you're not watching him play, you're missing out on the future of football, and I can say the same for the next player on the list, Lamine Yamal. 2. Lamine Yamal. This kid, Lamine Yamal, is something else. Seriously, at just 17, he's doing things that make seasoned pros look silly. Barcelona fans are buzzing because this guy is being hailed as their next big thing. He's already bagged himself a couple of goals in La Liga and even become Spain's youngest ever goalscorer in their European qualifiers. I mean, who else was scoring goals at this level while worrying about their high school homework? It's wild. What stands out is his flair and confidence on the ball. He's the type of player who'll nutmeg you just for fun and then whip in a perfect cross. But he's not just all about tricks and flicks. The way he reads the game is crazy for someone so young. It's like he's always a step ahead. Imagine how good he'll be in a few years. He's already getting compared to Messi, and while it's early days, if he keeps going like this, we're looking at a future Ballon d'Or contender. Barcelona's future looks super bright with Yamal tearing it up on the wings. Next is Bukayo Saka. 3. Bukayo Saka. Let's be real, Bukayo Saka has been that guy for Arsenal right now. If you're an Arsenal fan, you know this. Saka is more than just a good player, he's the heartbeat of that team. At only 22, he's been lighting up the Premier League with 2 goals and 5 assists in just this season alone. But it's not just his stats that make him special, it's his mentality and drive. When Arsenal needs something magical, it's always Saka delivering. His versatility is sick too. Whether it's on the left, right, or even central, he's a threat everywhere. Plus, he's got that killer speed, perfect touch, and a wicked left foot that defenders hate going up against. And don't forget, he's been clutch for England too. He's scored in some big games, and he's only going to get better. He's got the mindset and the skill, and he's always smiling. It's no wonder Arsenal fans adore him. If they're going to win the Premier League anytime soon, it'll be with Saka leading the charge. Now, next on the list is Nico Williams. 4. Nico Williams. Nico Williams is one of those guys who just makes you sit up and watch whenever he's on the pitch. Playing for Athletic Bilbao, he's been a standout in La Liga this season, bagging 3 goals and 2 assists already. What makes him so exciting to watch is his pure speed and dribbling skills. He's the type of winger who just loves taking on defenders, and most of the time, he leaves them in the dust. He's got that perfect mix of pace and creativity that keeps defenders guessing. 1 second he's sprinting past you and the next he's cutting inside to create a scoring chance. The scariest part, he's only 22 and still improving. There's been a lot of talk about him making a big move to a top European club, and if he keeps playing like this, it's only a matter of time. His brother, Iñaki Williams, is already a big name, but Nico might just surpass him if he keeps his form up. While we're still talking about Spanish players, let's talk about Gavi. 5. Gavi. Alright, Gavi is a beast. I mean, that's really crazy when you consider that this is just a 20-year-old kid, starting regularly for a club like Barcelona, and he's been bossing games against teams like Real Madrid and Atletico since he made his debut a few seasons ago. And get this, he's not just good with the ball at his feet, he's got that fighting grit that make him stand out. He's not afraid to go toe-to-toe with anyone, even players twice his size. His defensive work rate is insane, and he's got the skill to back it up. He's already been compared to Barcelona legends like Xavi and Iniesta, and while that's a huge compliment, Gavi is doing his own thing. This season, he's been more involved in the attack too, scoring a few key goals and setting up chances. It's crazy to think he's got a whole career ahead of him, and he's already one of Barcelona's main guys. With him and Pedri running the show, Barca's midfield is in good hands for the next decade. Now let's take a quick trip to Germany. 6. Jamal Musiala. I mean, come on, how can you not love Musiala? This guy is pure magic on the ball. Bayern Munich hit the jackpot when they got him. This season already, he has 2 assists and 3 goals in one of the top leagues in the world. Last season he racked up 12 goals and 11 assists in the Bundesliga. That's just nuts for a kid his age. And it's not just about the numbers, it's how he plays. He's got those silky skills, quick feet and an eye for a killer pass. You blink and he's already gone past 3 defenders like it's no big deal. What's cool about him is he can play in so many positions, whether it's attacking midfield, out wide, or even drop in deep. He's always a threat. He's a nightmare for defenders because you just don't know what he's going to do next. And don't forget, he's been doing bits for Germany too. If he keeps this up, we're looking at a future Ballon d'Or winner, no doubt. Trust me, Musiala's got that X factor you don't see often. Bayern's got a gem in this kid. Back to Spain. 7. Eduardo Camavinga. Alright, let's talk about Camavinga. This dude is a baller. When Real Madrid signed him at just 18, everyone was like, who is this kid? But now, we all know. He's been nothing short of amazing in that stacked midfield. Last season, he played over 45 games and even stepped in as a left-back a few times. And guess what? He killed it. That versatility is mad. Whether he's playing as a defensive midfielder or pushing forward, he's always putting in a shift. The thing that stands out is his composure. You'd think a young player would panic in high-pressure situations, but not Camavinga. He's got ice in his veins, man. And the way he breaks up play and starts attack is unreal. You can see why Madrid fans are hyped about him. He's already bagged himself a few titles, including a Champions League win. That's big. If he keeps this form, he's going to be running that Madrid midfield for years to come. Camavinga is a straight-up baller, and everyone's starting to notice. The next player is Florian Wirtz. 8. Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz? Yeah, this guy's the real deal. Bayer Leverkusen have a machine on their hands. He came back from a nasty knee injury like it was nothing and went straight back to tearing it up in the Bundesliga. Last season, he had 37 goals and assists in all competitions and was an attacking talisman for Leverkusen in their unbeaten title race. That's some serious numbers for someone who was out for months. His vision and creativity are just next level. He's the kind of player who will pick out key passes nobody else can see. What's even more dope about Wirtz is that he's fearless. He'll take on defenders, pull off cheeky nutmegs and look super confident doing it. And he's just 21. You watch him play and you can see why Germany are banking on him as their future star. He's already been linked to clubs. He's already being linked to big clubs, but Leverkusen are holding on to him like their life depends on it. You can't blame him though. If he stays fit, this guy's got the potential to be one of the best playmakers in the world. Wirtz is legit, no doubt. Okay, back to England. 9. Josko Gvardiol. Man, Gvardiol is a beast. If you've watched him play, you know what I mean. This dude's got everything you want in a modern defender. Speed, strength, and most importantly, swag. He's only 22, but he's already one of the best centre-backs out there. Last season, he was a wall for Manchester City, and now he's doing it again for the same club. He's got 90% pass accuracy and averages more than 2 tackles a game. That's solid stuff. But what makes him different is how comfortable he is on the ball. He's not just smashing it upfield. He's making those smart passes and even joining the attack sometimes. Plus, he's a set-piece threat too. He's scored a couple of goals with those powerful headers. And yeah, he's got that Croatian grit and never back down from a challenge. That was how solid he was for Croatia during the 2022 World Cup last year as well. Except for that moment when Messi dribbled past him like it was nothing. Anyway, with Cancelo now in Saudi, this guy's now doing well at that left-back position, and he's one of the best there. The final player on this list plays in France. 10. Warren Zaire-Emery. If you haven't heard of Warren Zaire-Emery, you're missing out big time. This kid is breaking into PSG's first team at just 18. That's insane. Most teenagers are just happy to be on the bench. But Warren, he's already starting games in Liga and even in the Champions League. Last season he made 20 appearances, and he's just getting started. He's got that swagger and confidence like he's been playing for years. What's crazy is how he can do it all. He's strong in the tackle, calm under pressure, and can pick out a pass like a seasoned pro. You'd think being so young he'd get bullied around, but nah. This guy's holding his own against grown men. He's got that hunger that's rare to see in young players. PSG fans are buzzing about him, and for good reason. If they can nurture him right, he's going to be a monster in the midfield. Warren's got all the tools to be one of the best. Watch this space. He's coming for the top. And that's it, guys. 10 best young players in football right now. Which other young players are missing from this list? Let me know in the comments section below. And if you want more amazing football content such as this, hit that like and subscribe button.